What's up, guys? Welcome back to Jam Movies. Me and Johnny just got back from the cinema. We just finished watching In A Cornfield. Here are our thoughts coming at you, and just to let you know, spoilers coming ahead. So, we just got back from seeing this movie, and I didn't have super high expectations going into this movie, especially too because I always find with Rotten Tomatoes you have to take it with a grain of salt, because there's a lot of times where they say certified fresh, awesome, whatever, you get all excited for it, and you go in and it's like
yeah,
and it's vice versa.
That's
where
true.
I've gone into movies and they've had a Rotten Tomato score on their the movie that they reviewed, and I thought it was awesome, right? So this movie is for me, it's not exactly a mixed bag, but there was a lot of things they did right, and there was a few things they did wrong. The stuff they did right obviously outweighed the mistakes they made. So I can't say I didn't enjoy this movie. I went into it, with not super high expectations, so I wasn't disappointed when I walked out of it. I thought they could have done some things a little bit better, make it more enjoyable. But overall, I did enjoy this movie. It would definitely be something that I would add to the movie collection, right? I would definitely want to pick it up on 4K. But how did you feel?
I enjoyed it. It was good. It kind of had that 80s horror feel to it, and I enjoyed that. I mean, obviously they're vaping and whatnot, so that's not from the 80s, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I think it was good. I liked how the spoiler alert, there was multiple killers. I made it more interesting because in the beginning I was trying to find out who in the city is the killer, and then you start realizing there's like multiple ones, and I was not expecting that. It was a slow paced beginning, but the ending was better. I wish they had more innovative kills. I enjoyed the kills, but I wish they had more innovative kills, but it was good. Picture quality was a little too dark, but that could have been because of the theater.
But we watched it in standard,
yeah.
right? So,
but the chairs though, they're super.
those are way
comfy.
better. Yeah.
And I'm glad we went there to enjoy that movie. I mean, longer movies would be more enjoyable there. That way, you're actually comfortable the whole movie.
Yeah.
But I think it was good. Depending on the price, when it comes out, I'm thinking to buy either like a steelbook or a box set. I like the movie, but I don't know. I like having the collection of old what people don't like movies sometimes, and it's low rated right now. It's 60. It shouldn't be rated 60. I think it should be higher than 60.
Well, Rotten Tomatoes, it's certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh really?
So, yeah.
I could have sworn on Internet Movie Database I seen less.
I just checked. Well, Internet Movie Database, I always find it tends to have a lower score, and then Rotten Tomatoes will certified fresh a movie that's like 6.2 on Internet Movie Database. So I guess it's just a
I didn't know that though. I think you didn't mention that, but I completely forgot. But yeah, that's true.
There is critic reviews on Internet Movie Database, but then you got your user reviews too, and there's a lot of trolls out there, right? People are way too harsh on movies nowadays.
Yeah.
That's why I said going into this, that I didn't. There's mistakes they made or I thought they made, right? But it doesn't take away from the enjoyment of the movie at all. And I want to touch base on what you said about the picture quality, right? Because coming out, I had said that I would probably enjoy it a little bit more if it had some HDR on it, because there was a lot of those dark scenes that were like a grayish color to the screen. I understand we watched in standard as a projector, right? But maybe they should have lightened up the camera, knowing that this movie probably would have been watched in standard quite a bit, right? But I hope they add that HDR so we can get that real black in there to brighten up the colors, make them pop a little bit more, right? Especially now, this movie would strongly benefit from that. And then I also want to touch base on what you said about the killer part. So that's one thing that I really enjoyed, because I was coming out of the theater, I was trying to think how many slasher films have multiple killers like that. Like, we're not talking Scream where there's always two killers, This one had a collective. It was almost like an entire town, right?
Yeah,
Small little
like a
town.
cult.
Yeah, exactly, like a cult. You know what? It kind of gave me vibes when they were all making mistakes and whatever. There was so many clowns. It kind of gave me the vibe of Hot Fuzz, when the cult and the way they operated with each other once you find out that they were a cult. Kind of gave me those vibes. The movie itself gave me kind of a a Thanksgiving vibe as well, but
Yeah.
like of a lesser movie. You know what I mean? Because Thanksgiving I loved, right?
Yeah.
And Eli Roth puts his little Eli Roth spin on movies, right? So this director, Eli Craig, he did a good job, right? He's no Eli Roth to me, but then again, I'm it's a biased opinion, right? I do think it's cool that we found out just moments after we watched it that it was filmed in Manitoba, Canada. So that earns points automatically for me, right? But yeah, I think it's a movie that's going to grow on me. Kind of similar to what we said when we left Halloween Ends.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I have to watch it a few more times, it'll grow on you. Now again, too, Halloween Ends is far from a perfect movie. But it's slowly growing on me where I can enjoy it for what it is, right? Anything you want to add to that?
I enjoy the movie. I really want to get the 4K if they do release it, because like I think I'll enjoy it more, like you said, with Halloween Ends, but seeing it in better quality and being able to see more, I think I'll enjoy it better. But besides that, there's really nothing else I'd like to say about it.
Well, I want to bring up the characters.
Oh, okay, go
so
on.
what was your opinion on the characters? Because I was thinking about this, like what I wanted to say when we decided to discuss this. But what are your thoughts? I want to hear this.
So with the director, he does the TV show Tucker and what's the Evil Dead one? Tucker and Dale.
Oh yeah, no, that's a good movie.
Yeah, and
it's actually no, it's a movie. Did they make it a TV show? Yeah, it's a movie.
Oh, okay,
sure.
it's a movie. Sorry, but the actors seem like the same way, like how they acted and stuff like that. So like the quality of acting. Sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
And but I didn't mind them. I didn't really get too attached to them or anything, but I was attached enough to follow the slow paced beginning of the story. But I have nothing else. What do you think?
Well, yeah, so that's part of one of the reasons why I said the movie made some mistakes, right? Like obviously it's a Shutter movie, and I think Shutter's done great work with their movies, right? Like some of my the movie Sting I really enjoyed, right? I believe When Evil Lurks was another Shutter movie, which I really enjoyed. So they did really good with this movie, but the acting, I mean, of course it's not going to be top quality. Those actors, they did, I guess, with whatever the material was written for their characters, but they seemed very cookie cutter. Like they didn't really flesh out their characters. I mean, the two of the main characters had mentioned their backstories or whatever when they were drinking that party, right? But I didn't really care enough to even know. They were just there and along for the ride, and you know, who's gonna survive, right? The kill scenes, like you had said too, I had an issue with the fact that some of them seemed kind of recycled. They didn't, you know, there wasn't that many thrill kills, and they made it seem like this movie was going to be like the trailer did amp it up like it was going to be this all-out slasher. Now, yes, we got blood spilled, there was gore, and there was absolutely no horror element to this movie, really. There was no jump scares, which is cool, because I liked how they mixed in the comedy as well, right? That it was a perfect mixture of both horror and comedy. I found, right? We had some laughs, that's for sure.
I
right?
did. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Made me chuckle a couple of times. And that's kind of like watching, I can't even think of the name now, but I just enjoyed the way it was funny, and then it was like a lot of kills, but like you said, it was recycled kills. I hope if they do make a second one, that there's more innovative kills.
Yeah.
Because it's not a bad movie. And I would be more interested to see if they amped up the kills. Like you said, the trailer amped up the movie to be a lot better. Not that it was a bad movie, but the trailer just made you feel super excited to see it. Then you seen like the first probably 45 minutes of the movie, and you're just like, where's the killing?
Yeah, like I thought that too. Like I okay, maybe they're building up to like because you know, like yes, you got a lot of killing in Winnie the Pooh, right, throughout the movie, but it's the second one. But then at the end, it was like absolute mayhem. I don't know why, but I thought we were gonna get something like that because we didn't have much, you know, going. It was that 45 minutes, like you said, or so, that wasn't really much going on. I think there was like 1 or 2 kills at that moment, but there was a big gap in between where we got nothing, and it was kind of like, you know, when are we gonna get this? And then stuff started happening, and you're like, oh great, and then nothing again. And then something, you know, was amping up a little bit, and then it went down a little bit more, then went back up again. So it's a roller coaster, I guess you could say. The tone that they set though with the comedy and the horror fit perfectly. They never took it too seriously. They knew exactly what kind of movie they were making, which was great. When you start to take stuff way too seriously in a movie that's not supposed to be, who really cares, right?
Yeah. It's also based on a novel too. I haven't read the novel, but
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've seen that. Just searching it up today, and I was pretty interested to see how the novel is compared to the book. Or sorry, novel is compared to the movie, to see if there's more detail that makes it a better book, I guess.
Yeah, like I said, if I definitely want to pick it up on 4K because I think it would benefit for the HDR, like I said, right? So if it's 4K, hands down for me, I will pick it up. Blu-ray, if it's cheap, if it's only on Blu-ray, I'll pick it up if it's cheap, right? Because I know I'm not gonna get that HDR picture. I'm not gonna get what I'm looking for in the film. But with all that being said, I mean, we had a lot to say about this one. I'm actually shocked. But let's go to that Jammeter.
I say 75. It's another movie that I need to watch more. Need to watch it at home. Maybe even watch some director cuts information and see a little bit more into it to see if it helps me enjoy the movie more. But I think 75 just to start off with. For my first time watching is good. I recommend it if everyone check it out. What do you rate this at?
You know what? I'm gonna have to go with a 70. And I was gonna say, you know what? Like I think that maybe we should, for the first time, maybe do a part 2 when it does come to physical media. Maybe we can watch it again, and maybe we can give a little short, kind of a review. Because I think this movie, for me, I needed more than one watch to give it any more than that 70 on the Jammeter. So I think we should revisit this, and we'll see what happens. But right now it's at 70 because, again, it wasn't a perfect movie. I didn't go in with high expectations, but leaving it, I had fun, but I thought I was going to get a little bit more out of it, and I didn't. So, but guys, with that being said, thanks for coming out and enjoying our video, movie. Too many movies to review. So, thank you for enjoying our video on Clown in a Cornfield. Guys, if you like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, on Reddit, and on Spotify. And also, if there's a movie that you guys want us to discuss, please leave it in the comments below. And everybody, thanks for jamming out with us.